Paul Boudreau is president of the Morris County Chamber of Commerce. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you, Steve. Glad to be here.
You're one of the most significant, largest chambers in the state.
We've been fortunate. You know, we have a lot of great companies in Morris County. We've taken the organization from about 600 members to 900 over the last 7 or 8 years, so it's a good place to be.
Yeah, I remember speaking in front of your group a couple of years back, and the audience that you gather, also should say I met my wife, Jennifer, when she was working for the Morris County Chamber.
Yeah,
I was a speaker back in the day.
Yeah.
So I have a little history of the organization. The point I'm raising is that the diversity of your audience, the business owners, is striking to me, and the kinds of questions they ask. What are they saying about the Murphy administration and its quote-unquote business agenda? Trust me, I have a point here.
Well, you know, look, it's been 2 months, right? The governor's
We're taping in the spring of 2018. Go ahead.
The governor is, you know, just come to office, and I think we got to give him some time. He's been pretty consistent, right? During the campaign, he talked about we need to have a fairer economy, as he called it.
Would a millionaire's tax be good for most of your members?
We have always been opposed to the millionaire's tax. I testified a couple of times in Trenton in the last 5 years.
What's wrong with it?
On the we believe it moves more people to make a decision to leave the state. And if I talk to my large CPA firms, those kind of folks, and I ask them, you know, what do your people spend most of their time on over the years in New Jersey? Unfortunately, the answer to that is helping people get out of the state.
Well, Paul, the governor says, and others say, we need those revenues to pay for a whole range of programs, including the fact that you got to pay for the pension crisis with public employees.
Well, you know, if you look at government, federal or state level, in terms of the kinds of actions they've taken over the last, say, 20 or 30 years, if you look at the private sector, so many companies have changed their organizations, readjusted their situations in terms of their global footprint, made a lot of decisions over the years to be more efficient, to find out where they can save money. All of that's been going on consistently for 30 years in the private sector. No, I'm not. No, I'm just saying, what have companies done in the private sector to be more efficient, as opposed to them saying, well, gee, we have to raise prices on our customers. They have found ways to be more efficient, stay in the game, be more competitive, whereas government says, oh, I just want more money. Just give me more money. I got more things to do, right? And so, you know, you've got to take a look at your whole operation and see where you can save some money.
By the way, what is out-migration? What are we talking about?
People who have left the state, and you've seen the NJBIA study.
Business and Industry Association.
I think the number they cited was 80 billion or 90 billion over the last decade of out-migration in terms of wealth. And so, I mean, I have friends in Basking Ridge who were successful people in New Jersey for years, who still have a home in Basking Ridge, and they're paying, obviously, property taxes. But for years, those people were paying huge income taxes to the state of New Jersey. Today, they're in Florida for 182 days, paying zero to the state of New Jersey.
Which makes them legal residents of Florida.
Exactly.
But these same folks, I imagine a fair number of folks, members of the Morris County Chamber, were supportive of candidate Trump before he was President Trump. I imagine a fair number.
Yeah, I would.
Well, I know we got a lot of votes in Morris County. I know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going somewhere with this.
I mean, he obviously there was lots of concern about the candidate on the other side in 2018.
Well, I'm going to move past the campaign. Trust me, there's a reason I'm bringing it up, because the Trump tax policy, while it reduced the rate on the corporate side from 35 to 21%, I'm sure they like that.
Yeah.
But how many of your members are sitting there saying, wow, New Jersey, highest property taxes in the nation, we're only going to be able to deduct 10 grand, not a penny more, of our state and local taxes? Did some of your folks, a significant number, say, hey, wait a minute, that's not what we voted for?
Well, look, I mean, obviously the tax cut favored companies, not individuals. I don't think anybody in New Jersey is happy about having a $10,000 deduction.
Could we lose people, go back to out-migration, because you can't deduct your local property taxes to the degree that you used to?
Well, first let's understand what the total impact of their tax bill is, and I don't know.
Like this, you mean like balance it out?
Yeah, I mean, so obviously there were changes made on the individual side of the tax code. All of this talk about, oh, people are moving out of New Jersey because of the Trump tax plan as it relates to deduction of property taxes, I don't believe it.
You don't see it?
I don't see it. I've got a situation right now in the town that I live in, and realtors are telling me the market's hot. People are buying properties.
This has not hurt the real estate.
Hasn't hurt
People said the home values would drop 15, 20%.
Look, if you want to educate your children in a great school system in New Jersey, and if you look at the relative pricing of, two of my sons live in Hoboken, not cheap. I mean, you can buy an apartment in Hoboken easily for $1 million, right? There are plenty of them.
Right.
And you can get a really nice house in the suburbs for $1 million where you can educate your kids if you want to be in the suburbs. So I'm not a believer in, I'm going to make a decision that I'm not going to be in a great community in New Jersey because of Trump's tax bill, when in fact the most important things to me as a family is I have to have a great place for my family and I have to have great education for my kids. So I don't think people are making a decision. I'm leaving the state based just on that.
No, never just on one thing. But
Right.
at the same time, and obviously I'm playing devil's advocate, Paul, but you do say that Governor Murphy's policies around business and tax policy could have an impact, but the federal policies on taxes won't. I just want to be clear on that.
On the personal side, I don't think the Trump tax thing is going to run people out of New Jersey. On the business side, it's great. I mean, in my county, I've got 40,
pharmaceuticals are doing
I've got
great.
40 multi-billion-dollar companies in the chamber in Morris County who are global companies who love the Trump tax plan.
And they want to see what Governor Murphy's business plan
Absolutely.
is, the tax policy plan.
Absolutely. So I sat in meetings for the last year in Trenton with my peers, and we talked about what does the post-Christie world look like.
A few seconds left, go ahead.
Right? What does the post-Christie world look like? And if we have one-party control in Trenton, are we going to be in trouble in terms of a millionaire's tax, those kinds of things? Interesting to see now what's happening with the leadership
We are going to
discussion.
find out. Paul Boudreau is the president of the Morris County Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you, Steve.
Well done.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Thank you. Okay.
State of Affairs with Steve Adubato is a production of the CAUCUS Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. State of Affairs with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Agnes Veris NJTV studio at 2 Gateway. Funding has been provided by the Northward Center, NJ Best, St. Joseph's Health, Seton Hall University, NJM Insurance Group, New Jersey Sharing Network, and by the New Jersey Office of the Insurance Fraud Prosecutor. Promotional support provided by New Jersey Monthly, the magazine of the Garden State, available at newsstands. And by Jaffe Communications, where business, media, and government converge in New Jersey.